think, the number one thing, and this was the first thing I told the parents when I got hired, I emailed all of them right off the bat, and I said, like, my number one goal is to graduate females who are walking into the workforce someday, not just confident in who they are, but very confident in what they're bringing to the table. And that's not anything to do with just their abilities, but we reinforce so much on this team that your value to your program and your value to just like your friendships and all those things is so much farther than your athletic ability. Like, your statistics do not define who you are as a teammate, but who you are, how you react to situations, how you hold yourself accountable in situations, if you respect people. Those are the things we're kind of more interested in here. I'll never ever punish a kid for bad stats. I think that's the one thing we're trying to get through people's head is your value goes far beyond your athletic ability here. And so if we have females at least who are graduating with that mindset, I think we're really going to be sending out kids who are prepared to work in any type of situation. I think, recruiting wise, I tell a lot of the recruits we talk to right now that the most important thing they can do is go to a lot of different colleges and kind of get a feel for what you're looking for. And that's not just the campus size or campus location, but it's the team and it's the program. And so I always encourage recruits to come to my practices. I am a very, my goal in life is to have as much fun as I possibly can in everything I'm doing. And if you ask our girls, practices are fun, they're really high energy, and I think that if that's something that recruits are looking for, you should go to a practice and see that for yourself, because I think that sometimes when you meet with a coach, just one-on-one, you don't really see what they're like on the field. And I just think, at least for me, I'm so confident in my coaching, and it's like where I want to be. So when I'm on the field, I'm a completely different person in practice than I am behind a desk, because I don't want to be behind a desk. I want to be on the field. And so I think that it's the one thing that I do stress is as recruits, always try to come to a practice. I think that you'll really see that whole team culture thing at its finest. I think, seeing kids compete against each other, working together, and kind of seeing what are the standards that they really hold themselves to. They can say they hold themselves to all these things and that they're really high energy and positive, but being able to see that for yourself, I think is really important. And I think it's been a huge, advantage to be able to have so many recruits come and see a practice, because they can kind of see how things are run here. And it is very, very exciting and fun 2 hours out on the field with us, that's for sure. We have a lot of kids in health science, so physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing. I think the bulk of our team is probably actually in one of those three things, which is great. The one thing I love about all three of those programs is there's this specific standard you have to have in all of your classes to move on. So they're already working towards goals and they're on their academic side, which I love, because if those teachers are holding them accountable, I know that I can hold them to the same type of standard over at my end on the field, which is nice. Yeah, I'm lucky that I got to play with people who are now my best friends. They were girls who I can't imagine not having in my life now. And that even goes back to just my freshman year, not even just those years where I was with the same kids for 3 or 4 years. I'm still friends with so many people who I was friends with just for 1 or 2 years. And so I think that, part of that is coming from a small school. We kind of face a lot of things together on a smaller scale, whereas bigger teams might not be facing all those issues together. So it's super nice to have supportive alumni who, not just monetarily supporting us, but I have them always reaching out. I have them reaching out hey, I'm coaching a high school and I have a girl who's interested in occupational therapy and she wants to play lacrosse. And just having that open, communication's been huge for me, but just the support they're giving me and the rest of the team, I see them retweeting everything, they're putting stuff on Instagram, they're putting stuff on Facebook, and so that means a lot more to me than just that, monetary, alumni engagement of, giving back. I think that, their support and their words of encouragement have gone a lot farther for us than anything else.